right, so long before it became a delicate art form, origami had a different name and purpose. It began as orikata, folded shapes used by aristocrats and samurai in ancient Japan. It was a ritual practice to wrap meaningful gifts like money, poetry, and even fans. By 1880, the name transitioned to origami, a tradition still passed down today. Our next guest learned this craft from her grandmother. Now she's sharing peace and joy with the world through her nonprofit. Joining us is Vivian Lou, the co-founder of Origami for Good. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
All right, you are a busy young lady. I'm just going to kind of go through your resume already, and you're just a sophomore in high school. You co-founded the student-led platform Future Female Scholars, free STEM tutoring to underserved communities. You researched mechanical engineering at University of North Texas, Future Leaders of America. You play the violin for senior centers to help reduce loneliness, and you gave TEDx talks on finding joy and small creative moments. Can we clone you? Yeah, right. Oh my gosh, you are so busy. All right, origami.
Yes.
I was telling you during the commercial break, I started my early years in Taipei, Taiwan, and origami has roots in China as well. But we used to do this, we used to make this, and it was such a fun art form and very peaceful. How did you start doing it?
Yeah, so I started ever since I was little. So my grandmother would teach me origami as she was taking care of me when I was very young. And then from that, during the pandemic, I realized how lonely people were getting and how isolated people felt. So me and my friend Thyra, we decided to fold origami and leave little kind messages inside of them, and we would send them to hospitals, nursing homes, and senior centers all around the world. Aww. And from then, we've grown into a global movement where teens all around the world can also participate and volunteer with us.
That is so cool. And when you were sitting there doing that with your grandmother, one thing I always remembered was that it took a little bit of concentration, but you were spending time with people,
yes,
but at the same time spending time with yourself as well. Your grandmother taught you this kind of golden rule of every fold matters, and
For
that
sure.
applies to other things in life too, right?
Yes. It's really important, every single fold matters. You really have to take your time with things. Like with origami, some of the more complicated designs, if you mess up on one fold, it could ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
So kind of just teaches you to be careful with every single step that you take.
Yeah. What was the first moment in your brain when you said, okay, this is here for me? Oh, this is so cute, this little elephant. This is here for me, but to share it with somebody. Do you remember the first one you shared with someone?
Yeah, so I remember all across, throughout I went to school. So in elementary school, I would fold origami and give it to my friends, and it was really cool. And you were telling about the fortune tellers. Me and my friends would love those.
Well, what happens, I was telling her, when I was doing them, I didn't come up with pretty elephants and cranes and things. We were doing it with the little thing where you wrote the message in school. It's
yes.
Do you like me, yes or no? And it always ended on the no. We're like, hey, wait, change that around. Right, yeah. Talk about the folds that matter. I finally figured out to put yes in all the squares in that way.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, so the fortune tellers are cute as well. Have you ever gotten somebody who you got to meet who received the origami?
Yeah, so one of the stories I really wanted to talk about was our Hyderabad chapter all the way in India. So they kind of combined the message of Origami for Good with a bake sale. So what they decided to do is they spent 13 hours baking a ton of these sweet treats for their Ugadi festival. And then they decided to sell those treats. And I think they're able to raise about 2,000 rupees. And all this money was donated to children's centers and different charities. So it kind of just shows Origami for Good has not only inspired people to fold origami, but it's also encouraged other acts of service, which I think is so cool.
You also have a story from a woman from Japan.
Yes, she did receive an origami, and she's told me through email, she's like, oh yeah, this brought me back to my childhood, which was very cool.
Yeah. When you're putting out basically thousands of these, how many do you think you've done that y'all have sent around the world?
I think right now estimated in our system, I think we have over 820,000 origami pieces donated by our chapters and also our volunteers.
Yeah, and speaking of volunteers, so who can join this force, if you will?
Anyone. You can be a student in high school who maybe wants to earn service hours, or you can be an adult who wants to contribute to your community. You can just sign up through our website or through the link in our bio on our Instagram.
That was a good point about earning service hours. There are some people who might not know what that means, and I know you. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I actually want to be something in STEM, so I want to be like an engineer.
Yeah. So when you say service hours can help a lot of kids who are applying to college, right?
For sure, yeah. So service hours allow you to earn awards. So examples of some of these awards can be for like PVSA, which is like the Presidential Volunteer Service Award, and it awards you for like earning a certain amount of service hours. And there's also like other organizations I know in high school and then in junior high. So like in junior high you can do National Junior Honor Society, and then I know you do have to get like 15 service hours for that. And then high school you have National Honor Society. Yeah, there's obviously a lot more that you can do with
How do you
service.
create a chapter?
So you can create a chapter by also signing up through our website or the link in our bio. And then one of our members of Origami for Good, our youth executive team, they'll do like a little chapter orientation with you, teach you how to manage a chapter. And basically what our chapters do, it's kind of like a school club or local community for Origami for Good. And these clubs, they hold like origami folding sessions. And then towards the end of these sessions, they would take the origami and then donate it to a local senior center or a local hospital, and just brings joy to the recipients' faces.
And what I love so much about what you did here is that, you may have students who aren't the athlete. They're not going to be the athlete. There are other students who are not going to be the 4.0, but they can find a place to belong here because everybody can take part in joy.
Yeah.
And then even finding new friends, right?
Yeah, through Origami for Good, I've actually made a lot of friends. I made so many friends, not only in person, but also virtually. So we have chapters in India, the UAE, Singapore. Yeah, so I've been able to make a lot of friends all around the world.
All right,
so
okay,
cool.
so show me how to do one that's not the, do you like me, yes or no? Yes.
So one of the origami, which has like a little message inside, is a butterfly. So what you can do is you can actually, so you could take your little butterfly that I prepared for you, and you just take the top. So you flip it over, and you see this little flap over here. So you're going to take this and take it to the top. Yes, and then you're going ahead and like fold it down like that.
Okay.
And then if you can see, it forms a little butterfly.
My butterfly's got problems.
Wait, let me help you a little bit. Yes.
There you go. So I take it when people first start, you can,
you hold it like
there
that.
you go. When people first start, you will go slowly with them, right? Oh, there
Yes,
it is.
I will.
See it?
It's a little butterfly.
There's my little butterfly.
And then inside, which is what a lot of our volunteers like to do, is you can write a little message inside the butterfly.
Somebody loves you, right?
Yeah,
or something like that.
I think that's what this pen here's for.
It was for. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put thank you for being here. But thank you, because origami, as we know, oh, look at the little bunny.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a shark. Oh my God, you have all kinds of, you can get very, very, they become really amazing art pieces as well.
Yes,
you
for
get
sure.
very delicate and very sophisticated with this. But thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Of course.
All right,
Thank
to
you for
learn
having
more
me.
about Origami for Good, visit greatdayhouston.com and we will connect you.